House on Pleasant Street channel, YouTube. Starting a new project here. Gonna keep with the car theme. I'm going to attempt to fix up this rickety old building. So it's a good old building. It's very small, but it came with the house, and it kind of suits the purpose for now. But what I'm going to do, because this is so old, I'm not sure if this is as old as the house, but basically, it's well built. There's a lot of nice lumber, a lot of nice wide planks. There is a loft that I want to reduce, but what I want to do, there's a Corvette. This is where the Corvette lives. Basically, how they used to build these is they would build these on the gravel or dirt. And yeah, that's how they used to build it. There's no wood underneath. There's no sill that I could see, unless it's completely deteriorated. But I dug down and I can only feel gravel. So basically, they used to build this on gravel and then come back in later and pour a pad in. So the pad's in rough shape, but because the building is on dirt, it has sunk a little bit, and there's also a little bit of rot at the bottoms. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take my car jack. I'm going to take some lumber like this, and just me and my jack and my level. I've got this little level here that I'm going to put on a string. I'm going to run a piece of string from end to end, and I'm going to level this building back up. I think it's not to the point where I want to knock it down, and it's actually fully wired. Believe it or not, this little building is fully wired. So what I want to do is level this back up, diminish that loft, replace that broken window, and maybe put a proper door that rolls up, and maybe add a couple of newer windows in there. It just looks like crap. There were windows here that were removed and boarded over. Windows. Those windows are broken, falling apart. So anyway, this is kind of what I want to do. When you look at the building from here, you can see the wave in the siding. I mean, it's just, excuse my filming. I mean, talk about riding the wave. It just goes. So I think if I jack this back up, I'm going to try to jack this back up, cut out the rot. I mean, it's still going to be sitting on the dirt. I've got lots of these old red bricks that I've dug up here after I cut my trees down. A lot of these red bricks, I'm going to stick those underneath all the 2x4s. And that's going to be my support. So anyway, anything I do will be better. The building is in desperate need of a roof, although it's not leaking. I want to address this. I'm going to stop working inside the house, save that for the winter. I've done lots already. It's time to start putting a little bit of work and effort into the old home garage. So, okay, I'm going to jack this up and see if I get anywhere. Okay, so I just trialed this and I put it back down. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Just to see if I can lift this back up again one-handed. I got my car jack. It's a really good one. I don't know what the tonnage rating is, but I lifted this up a good 4 or 5 inches. So here we go. A lot of creaking and cracking. Of course, I don't have a tripod, so it's going to be bouncing, and people are not going to like that. But just maybe I'm going to pan down here. You see that gap will get bigger. Okay, this is coming up quite a bit. It's even coming up to about the middle, so that means to me this building is still fairly sound. I mean, the bottom is like crap, but of course when you build something on the dirt and it's there for, anywhere from 60 to 100 years, that's kind of what happens. Now the house is 100 years old. I don't know if the building is as old, but it's certainly built in the same fashion. So you see just a few pumps of the jack. And where this was sitting in the dirt, there's now, I can put there's lots of room there. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to film all this, not going to bore you, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my level lines. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to jack the building. I'm going to cut out the rot. I'm either going to piece in 2x4s on each side, maybe. And then I'm going to put those, I got a whack of those red bricks I talked about. So there'll be a brick under each one. So at least the wood will be sitting on the brick and not the dirt. So this is how I'm going to do it. A lot of creaking and cracking. This door used to drag on the ground. This door dragged on the ground, and now it's, I don't know, it's a good 4 or 5 inches off the ground. So I don't know if you can see a difference out here. You guys probably won't. I will. Oh yes, you see the rot line was below the surface, and now it's completely exposed. So what I'll even be able to come out after and take my circular saw, and I'm just going to lop off that whole lower piece, and then hopefully I can maybe score some vinyl siding at some point and re-side this building. I would like it if it looked just like the house. I just find that always looks more tidy. Already looking at this, I can already tell that this is better. And I've been at this literally 15 minutes. So of course this is going to take some time, because I'm going to go, every support is essentially these old rough cut 2x4s. This is what holds everything up, like I said, in the dirt. Kind of a crazy way, but it is how they did it back then. I mean, you can just see how rotted that corner is. But with this old lumber, I mean, once I lop this off here, it's going to be absolutely perfect underneath. So I'm just going to sandwich, put a brick under or a block, whatever I may have. And I'm just going to work my way around until I'm happy with the level. And yeah, that is the plan. The home garage. Okay, I'll go get the saw now and see if I can lop some of that off. Okay, it's only about half an hour later. Kind of rough, but it's very, very simple. And how I'm attacking this is basically, like I probably mentioned a minute ago, I'm lopping off the rot. Lopping off the rot. I'm going to keep going all the way down. You see where that rod is down there. I'm going to cut this off. I sister a 2x4. I got a whack of 2x4s that I got for free. I'm going to sister those on top. I'm screwing them in. I got 3.5 inch screws. I'm going to screw these new 2x4s in. So there's 2 in the corner. There's 1 here. And this is my handy dandy car jack. And I'm just going to keep going along. I'm going to clean out this trench as I go. Probably the hardest part about this job, to be honest with you, is fighting with the dreaded tree roots. There's more tree roots than you can shake a stick at. But I'm digging it down to gravel. I'm throwing a red brick underneath. The bricks were also free. That's my support for now. I'm going to go at every beam. I'm going to go all around the entire building. I've got the front. The front was sagging. I've got that lifted up probably about 4 inches out of the dirt. I'm not looking to gain any real kind of height. I just want to basically get the rotten sill out of the dirt and just prop it up. Like, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm not pouring concrete underneath or nothing. This is an old building. Kind of is what it is. It's still good. It lasted this long. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. Take it out of the dirt. Isolate the dirt from the wood. I'm just using bricks. This is basically going to cost me $0 for now. I mean, there'll be other costs later if I do windows and fix the siding and roof. But for now, it's just a kind of a preventative measure. And at the same time, I want to dig out all this loose soil that's in the trenches here. I'm all kinds of sockets and goodies, and I even pulled out a hockey puck. So I'm just going to keep digging. I even pulled out a little bag of white powder. I don't know where I put it. Maybe somebody's stash of crack cocaine or something. I don't know where that went right now. Probably right at my feet somewhere, but no, that's not it. Lots of broken glass too. Lots of shards of broken glass from the broken windows. But anyway, I'm going to keep going along. Very simple. Lopping off the bottom. I'm going to sister a 2x4 on each side, or maybe even just one. I'm thinking maybe a long one that goes all the way up, and maybe another little block at the bottom. Brick on the bottom of that. I'm going to go all the way around, and when that's done, I'm going to put my string with my level around, and I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to rejack it if I have to. I can put shims, I can put deck boards, whatever it takes to make this building level. Then I do want to lose part of this loft, and I want to put a new door on. If I get all that done at the old home garage rebuilt, I'm going to be happy. Believe it or not, after about 1 hour of playing, it's already sitting nicer. You guys probably can't tell, but I can tell. This door used to drag on the ground, and now it's got a nice wide clearance. You can see what, for God's sakes, this building never would have had a chance. The cedar shakes. There's probably 4 inches of cedar shake here that were completely buried in this old soil, which is, very moist. I mean, it's beautiful earth, just, good for a garden, not for the base of a building. This all has to go. This casing, I want this door gone, and that window. If I can get that done this season, I'll be happy. The building already looks better. Already looks better from this side. This side is another story. This is the one that has the wave. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's all for now. Okay. I'm not even sure where I left off last time. The building is leveled off, and all the base, I'm going to try to do this without bouncing around too much. All the base has been chopped. So there's no rot left in this building. The building is sitting on either bricks, rocks, or boulders. It's level. That's where she's going to sit for now. I've peeled a lot of the outside skin on the bottom, so what I want to do now, because I still need the loft for storage, but the loft is way too big. I want to diminish this loft. I'm not even 100% sure. I'll probably bring it back to the middle of the building, probably right here. So I'm going to take these boards down. These are some nice looking boards. I believe they're the same boards that the building was built with. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. Plan is I'm going to reuse this good lumber to fix up the base all around. And so I'm going to sort of kill 2 birds here. I'm going to reduce this loft and put it back down around the base. Because I'm in not much of a garage right now. Well, it's not much of a garage anyway, but right now with the way it is now, yeah, it's not great. But it has to get ugly before it gets better. And right now she's sitting nice. I mean, she's literally come up about a foot in the front. When I started, these doors used to drag. I even had to shave some off this door last year because I couldn't even open it because it was dragging. So I've probably come up about a foot. She's sitting good. Like I said, it's ugly as hell. I'm well aware. But it will get better. I have the middle, like I mentioned 100 times. The middle of this building is not touching anything right now. That's because of the crown, and you can see the crown and the siding, but I can already tell that it's gotten better. So this building is starting to relax itself a little bit in the middle. It's pretty well supported at all the corners. The back is supported for the most part, and this whole wall here is supported really well. So I'm happy, feel safe. I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm going to start lopping away at this loft. Okay, it's another day here in the garage. I'm not sure where I left off last time. I don't know what I filmed. I got this all cut out the bottom. So the garage is high and dry, sitting on blocks and bricks. And yesterday, like I said, I diminished my loft. So the loft used to come all the way out here. It was very low. Felt very closed in. So I cut the loft back 50%. So the loft will only go up to the middle of the building, thereabouts. It's only still supported by 2x4, which is not really enough. So I will come back with a 2x6, but I gotta get a 2x6 that's long enough to span the whole length. Nice and sturdy back here, not an issue. This one here is only a 2x4, but this span is short, and that one's kind of hanging off the rafters. I got some of my junk up in the loft already. So what I'm going to do now is, because all this loft came out, all these nice planks, they're all sitting over here. These are the planks. Don't look at that yellow car yet. Yeah, that is what I'm going to use for sheathing to put back down here where I replaced all this rotten wood. So that sheathing, the plan is to put that sheathing back down there because there's not much of a garage right now with everything open. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so we did a little bit of work today. Did some us got us all new lights. We've got 5 fluorescent lights. Added a couple of outlets. I still need to tidy up the wires, but yeah, it's definitely looking better. I tried tying into the old panel, but I decided just to bypass that. I'm just running on an extension cord for now. Nice and bright. I've got the loft all lit up. I think this is going to work quite nice. I've boarded in all the perimeter of the building. Now I'm just going to come back, clean up. I'm going to put some gravel or crusher dust in there. Eventually, the plan will be to re-pour the concrete in here. But for now, I'm happy. A little bit of a fix-up I've done in here. Again, tomorrow I'm going to tidy up these wires, and going to have a nice little home garage, workshop area, storage area. I think this is going to work out just nice. Nice and bright. Okay, so fixed up the rest of the wiring. I got the wires all tucked away. Made it look a little bit more neat. Yeah, I like it. I got my outlets. I got my lights. Everything is fed in through the extension cord. And also there's an outlet. There's an outlet outside. So the extension cord I'm going to be able to plug in right outside there. So worked out well. It's nice and lit up. I really like the results. I mean, it's, you know, it's not much. I'm just showing you a little shed that's lit up, but I don't know, makes me happy. And today I ordered my door. It's going to take about 3 weeks to come. So the garage is pretty much done for now. Or the progress is pretty much done for now. I do want to come back and put some gravel in here, in this trench. For now, this is done. The old plywood doors are going to say goodbye. They're going to be history. I ordered a steel 9-foot roll-up door. So I'll be showing that later when the door does come in. It's going to take a few weeks. That's where we're at for now. We've got the outside light wired up, so that's set up on a motion sensor. There it goes, it just turned on. Yeah. Okay, until the doors come.